Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about a breakfast smoked casserole. We did a hash brown casserole on the bottom. We loaded it up with sausage gravy. We melted some cheese on top with a couple vegetables. But the biggest thing about this whole breakfast, we have some exciting / big news. You guys stick around. Let's see how we make it. To get started, let's build the bottom layer. The first layer is going to be our breakfast hash brown casserole that we make. It's similar to the Cracker Barrel style. We put our twist on it, but we made hash brown cakes on the griddle. We have that recipe on theflattopking.com. The only difference is I'm using my seasoning now because we have it out. And we've taken a 1/4 cup out of each of the sour cream and the cream of chicken. Okay, so same exact recipe. First things first, we need our potatoes. If you're using frozen hash brown potatoes, obviously at this point, we need them to be thawed. 1/4 diced onion, diced jalapenos, 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. Then we have our sour cream. Then we have our cream of chicken soup. Add a couple tablespoons of salt, pepper, and garlic. I just happen to have salt, pepper, and garlic and butter in this seasoning. To that, we're going to give it a good mix and just incorporate all these ingredients together. I know the holidays are coming up. I know it's extremely stressful for a lot of people, but I just thought it'd be a great dish to incorporate because honestly, it's stress-free. You know, you can add what you want. It's a casserole. You throw it in the oven and you're good to go. A lot of these components you can make the day before. You can make the gravy. You can make the hash browns, you know, the scrambled eggs the day of and put it in there and throw it in the oven and bake it. So this is what we're doing, and that's kind of like the idea of this recipe. We have some butter, got a big casserole dish, and we're just going to butter it liberally because who doesn't like hash browns and butter? Alrighty, to our casserole dish, our hash brown base goes. Who are we kidding? Now, to me, that's a fantastic layer to start the day. You don't have to smooth it out extremely even. You know, those eggs will find its nooks and crannies and crevices, but that will work right there. I'm gonna sprinkle just a touch of shake that right on top for a little bit extra seasoning, just making those layers. We're gonna turn on our smoker, about 350. Bottom layer of casserole is done, so let's start doing the second layer. Second layer is going to consist of a sausage gravy. I'm going to use half the sausage, make a gravy out of it. Then we're going to do crumble sausage. We're going to fry up some bacon, and then we're going to saute some peppers and some onions. You like how I did that? Peppers and onions. I'm just going to brown it off all in this skillet, and then just take half of it out. All right, we are back to using the Traeger today. It's been a while. It's been over a month. There's some reasons behind it. The biggest reason is I've done a test to see how long I can store my griddle with different fats. I know a lot of people right now are trying to store the griddle for the winter. I've got my Weber over there in a different fat that I've stored, and I think you're gonna see a drastic difference once we pull that back out. As you can see, I haven't done anything to this griddle since I pulled it out, nothing. This is completely 100% just the way I left it. We're just gonna throw the bacon down, get it done. I've got these two burners on low and this one on high. You can see our sausage is just about done. I'm gonna take about half of it off for the sausage gravy. The rest of it will just crumble back up into the casserole. I'm going to save to whoever told me one time to add bacon grease to my sausage gravy. Thank you. My comment back was, I'm making sausage gravy, not bacon gravy. His comment back was, once you try it, you'll never go back. You're right. If I'm making bacon and I'm making sausage gravy at the same time, there's never a chance that I don't add the bacon grease back to this right here. How much you add is up to you, because remember, you need equal parts fat versus flour. to make your roux. So since my sausage looks pretty lean, I'm gonna add a little bit more bacon grease than normal. If your sausage was extremely fatty, you can always take some of it out to add the bacon grease. That is up to you. To our sausage, we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of flour. We're just gonna mix that in really well. Kind of cook some of that flour out. All right, I like to move mine off the heat. You guys do you. I'm not here to argue like whether or not it works or not. I think it does, so I do it all the time. I like to move my pan off the heat. However way I do it, it cools it down, and I think it incorporates the milk easier without clumping up and all that stuff. I'm not arguing. A cup of milk and a cup of half and half. Now that the vegetables are chopped, we've saved that bacon grease. That's going to be our landing zone for our vegetables. We're just going to make these a little bit tender. A little seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. To the bowl, we're going to go and scramble 8 eggs. 1/4 cup of half and half. You've already got it for the gravy. A little salt, and of course black pepper. Now we're ready to build the casserole. If you notice, our gravy has set up nicely. This is not the gravy that you pour out to put on biscuits. You need a little bit thicker. You gotta remember you're making a casserole. Once you heat it back up, it will loosen up. And you're adding the eggs. Trust me on this one. We have some of the bacon, the sausage, and then we have our vegetables that we're gonna put into the eggs. So first up, gravy goes right on top of that hash brown casserole. Try to get an even layer without like squishing it all down. Remember, try to make pockets for your eggs to sink into. You can add as much of the sausage and bacon as you want. We might save a little bit back for a little snacking. You just want a little even coverage. That way every piece gets some goodness. Looks good to me. Pour those eggs in. Try not to pour it in one spot. Obviously the vegetables are optional, but let's be honest, everybody needs a vegetable every now and then, and that's why we made the casserole. I was lacking in my vegetables, and I thought, what better way to incorporate vegetables into my diet than this dish right here. All right, the casserole is done. We're gonna put it in the smoker. It's hovering around 350, and we're gonna cook it until it's done, right? No more jiggly spots. You need to check your centers, the edges, and all that. But about 10 minutes estimated before it comes off. We're gonna douse it with some cheese to finish off the casserole.
You know, it seems like we've been making a lot of recipes on the smoker lately. Maybe we should start a new channel.
No. We get a lot of feedback for our smoking videos. It seems like we've gained a lot of interest. I don't see that happen. But, you know, it is nice to know that people care. I know one thing. We made the brisket cheesesteak.
I think we should do it.
You sure?
I think we should do it. Why not?
Oh, on the smoker it goes for a beautiful smoked breakfast casserole. You have seen it right. Welcome to Pellets and Pits. To my Flat Top King followers out there, we appreciate each and every one of you. And just to say this from the bottom of our hearts, we're not abandoning that. Matter of fact, that's our main focus. What we found out is there is a lot of interest in the barbecue side of what we do. We've tried to incorporate smoking videos into a lot of griddle videos, and it never ceases to amaze me that people want to know more and more and more about our smokers, about our pellet grills and all that stuff. Pellets and Pits. Our primary focus will be pellet grills. We have a Traeger We have a Lone Star Grills. We have 2 pit bosses. And I think we're getting a camp chef. The point is, I want to bring the same unique style, passion, honesty, integrity, everything.
Recipes, awesome food.
Thank you. That we bring for the Flat Top King and put it towards Pellets and Pits. I know some of you struggle like, hey, I'm here for the griddle part. And that's how we're responding. There is a ton of interest in it. And so we've decided to make another channel. So the Flat Top King is a number one priority. The Pellets and Pits is right up there with it. Not only do we have Pellets and Pits on YouTube, guess what we decided to do?
Extra work for Amy.
Recipes! So now you have the flattopking.com and now you have pelletsandpits.com. That's where we're going to have our recipes. And just to be honest, I think we all agree, so far in my cooking journey, it's not like I'm a world-renowned brisket cooker, right? I don't think I could compete at the highest level in the top 20 brisket categories in the world. But I do know one thing. We can cook some damn good food. And I think that's getting lost in the translation of what griddle cooking is about. That's why we started Pellets and Pits, to reach out to you guys and say, hey, we love cooking. We love our audience. We love the feedback. And basically it's turned into, you guys wanted it, so now we're giving it to you. Flat Top King meets Pellets and Pits. So basically with Pellets and Pits, we just wanted to show you the unique opportunities with them. It's not just about ribs and about pulled pork and about barbecue. We want to give you fantastic recipes. I think so far we've done Chex Mix, smoked Chex Mix. We've done white chicken chili. We've done brisket, street corn, stuffed jalapeno poppers. And we've done...
barbecue, pulled pork loaded, twice smoked potatoes.
See? It's all that passion and it's all that food that I want to make. And that's ultimately how we end up coming up with Pellets and Pits. Taking the pellet game to a whole new level with easy follow along the recipes, just the same way we do on the Flat Top King. Flattopking.com, Pellets and Pits, pelletsandpits.com, same idea. Oh, yeah, looking good, looking good, looking good. Been on there about an hour and a half. You guys see that the middle's set up nicely. And then right at the very end, we're just gonna top it with some cheese. Because I didn't think it had enough in it to begin with. Just kind of let it do its thing. I know one thing, it's not cooled down near enough, but that's the part of it. I've waited long enough. I started this at breakfast and now it's lunchtime and I'm like, it's time. I'm ready. So let's dive in. So about the big breaking news about Pellets and Pits. To be honest with you guys, we'd just really enjoy if you guys are interested to head over to Pellets and Pits, hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you're interested in what we're going to do in the future. There's not a lot of videos up now, maybe 8 to 10, but as the channel grows, so are our creativity, so are the smokers that we have. It's a holiday time. I know you guys are going to be interested in like what's out there. Just to recap, we got the Lone Star pellet grill, we have the Traeger Ironwood XL, we have the Pit Boss Navigator, and we're getting a Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. So those are pretty common pellet grills. I know those ones out there, but like anything else, you got to walk before you run. Yeah, so just help us out. See what you guys think about the channel. Same setup.
Same delicious food.
Oh, that casserole got dark on the bottom too.
Oh, that looks good, honey.
Oh, that's that hash brown casserole right there. And there you go. That is your smoked breakfast casserole. Let me let it cool down just for a second. I don't want to die. I hope it's cooled down. If not, I'm going to regret it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It looks fantastic. I mean, what's not to love? Hash brown casserole and...
Oh, man, that bottom's crunchy. You wouldn't think it would with that butter. Mmm. And the cheese, look at the bottom. Mmm. Oh my gosh. That's it. That's legit. That might take the cake right there.
This ain't your mama's dry breakfast casserole.
No, this is... No. I know you don't want this.
Oh, I mean, I do.
Oh!
Ah!
Carb heavy.
Mmm.
I might run 4 miles instead of 3 miles. Oh. I wouldn't make this when your family comes over. They won't leave.
They won't leave.
The eggs cooked. The gravy's warm. The hash brown's got that crunchy texture on the bottom. I'm gonna keep eating.
That is good. That bite was hot. Yeah, I don't like when you get a breakfast casserole and it's like dry. This one does not look dry at all.
No.
Packed with flavor.
Nope. I'm just glad I got my vegetables today. All right, guys, so there you go. That is a smoked, loaded hash brown casserole with eggs, sausage gravy, peppers, onions, cheese, you name it. I think we did it right. It's super easy to do, right? It's a little bit of ingredients here and there, but really when it comes down to it, throw it in the oven, you're good to go. And I think your family or friends will enjoy it. Don't forget about Pellets and Pits. Don't forget about the Flat Top King. Don't forget about anything that we've done lately. Man, we've done some good food lately. If you guys are interested, hit that join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle Group on Facebook, where we talk about, so now we talk about it all. We talk about griddles. We talk about smokers. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace to the good news.
Go check out Pellets and Pits.
.com.
And the YouTube channel.